Taran, welcome home, mate. What's it mean to be a jack jumper?
Yeah, it's been a lot. Feels like it's been a long time coming as well, and it's great. Me and my family have sort of been waiting for this day a little bit, and now that the public finally knows, it's great, and I've received a lot of love, and we're all really excited.
A few things to unpack, I guess. You were contracted in Dubai. Was it a difficult process to get out of that to be a jack jumper?
Um, yeah, I mean, it had its challenges, but we're through it now, and I'm really excited for what's to come.
What is to come? What's been the message from Coach Roth and the discussions you've had, I suppose, about your role in the team?
Yeah, we haven't really discussed role. I feel like we both sort of know what it is, and I'll just come in and work really, really hard, and earn everything I have to get, and we'll go from there.
I've seen you play on the mainland but then overseas, but is there a special sort of pride playing for your home state?
Absolutely. Even when I was in the NBL last, coming back here, it was kind of my favourite place to play, and the reception I got from the fans, even on an opposing team, was really special. And yeah, it will definitely be different with familiar faces, my family, all my friends here, and I can't wait.
Do you have any familiar faces that are already in the team? Like, who are the teammates you're most excited to play alongside?
There's so many guys. I've had experiences with Josh Bannon. We went to the institute together and had a lot of great battles there. Played with Nick Marshall in one of the emerging Boomers teams and things like that. But yeah, there's so many guys down the list that I'm very excited to play with.
24, I think, mate, at the moment. What do you hope for, I guess, out of coming back home, I suppose, and where do you see your basketball in the short to long term future?
Yeah, good question. I'm really just here. Like, that's the best way I can put it. I'm not really too concerned with future, what's going to happen. I try to keep my focus really narrow and live day to day, and that's here with the Jackies, and I can't wait for our pre-season to start, for the season to start, and hopefully to be playing playoff basketball.
Taran, can I ask about the pull to play for Australia again and actually play lots of minutes, play a position you're comfortable with, you know your role, with so much coming up in 27 and 28, there must be some sort of carrot there for you as well to come home.
Yeah, definitely. My past year, I kind of feel like I've almost fallen off the map a little bit. Like, not many people over here have seen me, and to be honest, I haven't played that many games. So being back in the eye and being someone regularly that can be in the eyes of selectors and things like that, it's a huge plus, and definitely a factor of coming back home.
Do you feel like you have another level to go? Like, do you feel like you've played your best basketball yet?
Nah, not even close. I think that's a big attraction to anyone coming to the Jackies is the development program, and me personally, I don't think there's going to be any stage in my career where I think okay, this is my skill set and I'm comfortable. I'm always going to push to improve, and it's the same as this off season. We've been working really hard, and I'm excited to continue to get better.
Also means you team up with Mark Radford again, mate. I know you guys have got a close relationship. Must be pretty special.
Very special. Obviously, been a massive part of my basketball journey, and yeah, I'm super excited to rekindle that. We've been working out down on the northwest in Wynyard, and it's been super fun. Getting back to that, and we've shared so many moments together over the years, and I think we'll have a few more really special ones.
What about Scott Roth? How exciting is it to play under someone like him?
Yeah, great. Obviously, never worked with him directly, but being so close with Mark and what you hear, in the NBL circles is obviously held in such high regard. And as I've, developed my relationship with him, I've been able to see a lot of those things, and I'm very excited. I hear his best quality is probably his accountability of everyone in the team, and doesn't matter if you're top guy, DP, like whatever the situation is, if you're not doing your job, he's on it, and that's someone I really want to play for.
So many people have come here and got better too in his first 5 years. Is that in your thinking too when you're looking for somewhere to go, I guess, not just at your home state, but so many guys have come here and wanted to play for Australia and things like that?
Definitely. And that's a massive credit to the program here. It's such a blessing that it happens to be in Tasmania, and it's great for, any aspiring basketball player in Tassie. It's that there's actually a really high level program here. And for myself, I could have realistically picked a lot of different places to go globally, and for a Tasmanian to want to come back to Tasmania to play his basketball, like, it speaks highly of the program. So.
Will Magnay, Josh Bannon, Nick Marshall, good self, and everything we've seen with the local contingent, obviously the imports to come, you must be feeling really comfortable and excited about the prospects of getting Tassie back up near the top.
Yeah, for sure. Our team looks really, really balanced at this stage, and you know, a lot of guys that have the same mentality. I think that's the way they recruit. They recruit a certain type of person, and you know, to have so many guys like that under the same roof competing every day, it's only going to make each other better. And you know, I think we'll make a really good run this year.
Is there anything about living in Tassie that you've missed while you've been away?
Yeah, it's a completely unique lifestyle. As right now, I lived in Wynyard. I was just in Dubai, polar opposite places, and I love it. I love the pace. You know, obviously way quieter, the space even. But Hobart itself, I haven't actually explored too much, so I'm really excited to get a feel for this city and see what it's like.
What happens now, mate? Do you stay on the coast till pre-season and then relocate down?
Yeah, that's the plan. Have a pretty good weekly program that I'm doing at the moment. Really doing my best to prepare and make sure I come into pre-season ready, and yeah, I'll stay down there. I feel like it's a good spot. It's out of the lights a little bit and can just focus on my work.
Smithy, congrats on getting this deal done. Has there been a bigger signing in JackJumpers history, do you think?
Thank you. I doubt there's been a bigger announcement for us. You know, trying to secure the likes of Taran Armstrong to the club is really, you know, just a monumental occasion for us. That kind of talent coming out of Tassie on the global level is rare. So to be able to, you know, convince him to come home and, you know, let him know this is the place for him for the next year or two is really exciting for us.
How hard did you have to work to get things sorted?
Well, he didn't make it easy, you know. And when the reality for guys like Taran is that there's a global opportunity. There's options all over the world. So, you know, it wasn't simple. But I mean, overall, like, I think, you know, he'll explain that too. But overall, I think the attractiveness of coming home, and, you know, he knows everything that we're about. He's, you know, even though he hasn't played for us yet, he's still kind of connected to the community here. Basketball family here, so he knows, you know, what it's like to be Tasmanian and playing for Tasmania, that defending the island kind of mantra. So I think it's a natural fit.
How closely have you kept an eye on him over the last couple of years?
Yeah, we've been keeping a pretty close eye. I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you know, you like watching Taran Armstrong play. He does some fantastic things on the court. And, you know, and I mean, personally, I've watched him since he was under 16s playing for Tassie in junior Australian championships, things like that. So to see his progression over that time has been super exciting, and, you know, we're just stoked that he's been able to come to us this year.
Got the bulk of your domestic players locked in now, the ones you'd hoped for, I guess. Must be really comfortable where things are sitting.
Yeah, you know, we've you know, just narrowed it right down now. We've still got a couple of pieces just to confirm, but yeah, I think we've got so far a really exciting group. The coaches are really happy with how it's come together. Hasn't been easy, but you know, with our ownership and new CEO and coaches, we're all pulling in the same direction to make sure that we're going to be super competitive again next season.
Darren, just with the club getting that blue chip Tasmanian with such an amazing history in basketball, his old man, his uncle, we all know about that. How important is that for the club, not only today but moving forward, because it's probably something that we have lacked. That young Tasmanian star in the first 5 years has come on, burst on the scene. That part of it must be pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, we think about that all the time, just making sure that we are providing opportunities for Tasmanian talent. But we don't just hand out contracts. You know, they have to be legitimately ready to be able to play at this level and contribute to the club and help us win games. So, you know, we've got to pick the right opportunities and the right people. And, you know, for us this year, Taran has definitely demonstrated that, and, you know, we're really hungry to get him involved and see what that can mean for us on the court.
Seen some rumours the last few days about Milton Doyle potentially returning to the Jackie. Smithy, is there any interest from your end?
Look, I mean, we've still got a number of guys that we're looking at. You know, and Milton's a free agent, so it would be silly not to at least consider him. At least we know what he's like, and we've had him here and had success. So, you know, he's in the mix of a bunch of guys that we're considering, but hopefully we can narrow that down, you know, sooner than later.
got some flexibility with your imports, haven't you? With such good domestic players already there for the starting five and things like that.
Yeah, I mean that was the key for us, is really just sort of locking in those key Australian guys, and now to kind of find guys, imports and others to complement that key group of Australians. So that's really the focus now, is really how do we complement the guys like Taran and Magnay that we've got in place already.